Do you ever feel confused about what to believe or what's true? Sometimes I feel that way when I listen to politics and read news stories about what's going on today. Hear a story there and read a story here, and both sides have conflicting evidence. And it leaves us feeling frustrated. A lot in our generation feel jaded about truth and wondering, is there really any truth at all? We're inundated with so many claims to truth that we wonder, can there really be any truth? Reminds me of Pilate's question to Jesus in John 18. What is truth? Pilate said. We wonder, is there any absolute truth? Is there any objective standard? Instead, we think that sometimes truth is just based upon our feelings and personal preferences. Well, here's today's unchanging truth. God speaks truth. Just before Pilate's question, Jesus said, I was born for this, and I have come into the world for this, to testify to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice. A couple things to notice there. First of all, Jesus speaks of the importance of truth. He says, I've come for this purpose, to testify to the truth. What Jesus did was sacrifice himself and die for the truth. To him, truth was worth that. Is truth that important to you? The second thing we need to recognize is Jesus speaks of the singularity of truth. He says, I have come to testify about the truth. Not many truths, not my truth, not your truth, but the truth. When we speak of truth in those terms of my truth or your truth, it doesn't matter what I think or what you think. What matters is what Jesus' truth is. Jesus has a lot more to teach us about truth. In John 17, he's praying to his Father, and he prays, sanctify them by the truth. Your word is truth. Jesus is speaking of the inherent quality of whatever God says as being true and right and pure and authoritative. The psalmist puts it this way in Psalm 119, 160, the entirety of your word is truth. Each of your righteous judgments endures forever. You know, truth is like gravity. It is in existence, and it's affecting our lives, whether we acknowledge it or recognize it. Truth just is. And we don't invent truth, rather we discover it. Are we seeking to discover God's truth by reading his word? Listening to the words of Jesus? God has spoken to us through his Son, Jesus, today. The bottom line is that truth is eternally important. Truth matters now, but it's going to matter even more in eternity, because it is by God's truth that you and I are going to be judged one day. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 8 says, the grass withers and the flower fades, but the word of our God stands forever. God speaks truth. I look forward to sharing another truth with you tomorrow.